everyone, welcome to my channel. I just wanted to say that this next clip is all about habit, and it comes from my virtually free challenge, 30 days to kickstart your virtual assistant or online service provider career. If you're interested, the link to sign up to this challenge is below. It's 100% free, and here is video number 1. So I hope you enjoy, and I did want to warn you a little bit. It is pretty sciencey and pretty nerdy, so if you're looking for a little bit more theoretical and a lot less science, I would skip to the next video. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy. Welcome to day 1 of the virtually free challenge, 30 days to kickstart your virtual assistant or online service provider career. How are you doing? Are you nervous? Excited? About to poop your pants? Believe it or not, that's exactly where I want you. Outside your comfort zone. But before I go way too far into you can do this, because you can, we're going to start this challenge on a slightly different note. And that is going to be a habit note. Yep, that's right. Today is possibly the nerdiest, scientisty, is that a word? Day of the challenge, yet the most important. So you need to pay attention. If you've been around the self-development block for any length of time, you've definitely heard all the rage when it comes to habit formation and how it increases productivity, right? If this is the case, then why does it seem like every time you go to create a new habit, it feels like you're walking in mud or cement? Habits are hard to create because we are wired to enjoy comfort as humans. Safety is perhaps one of the most important emotions and feeling as a human and is the root of comfort. We do not like the unknown either because the unknown isn't safe. So taking that in mind, when we are creating a new habit, we are creating a new neural pathway. This results in feelings of stress because these new unproven neural pathways have never been happening in our bodies before. And as a result, our brains tend to default into old habits because they have well-traveled pre-existing neural pathways. In other words, even though we really want to lose weight or get a new job, it's easier for us to continue to eat unhealthily or stay in the job because we're used to it and our brains and our bodies feel safe. But that's not all we're working with. See, our brains like to do the least amount of work as possible. So much so that it's said that upwards of 65% of all our daily actions are based on habitual patterns that we've cultivated and developed over the course of our lives. The whole process of habit formation, in the simplest terms, is hacking our current biology. Over the course of everyone's life, through the subconscious and conscious, we have created habitual patterns of thinking, moving, working, and living, amongst a buttload of other stuff. And because we've been performing these habits for years and years, they are easy for our body and our minds to complete, and also result in very little output. Every habit that you currently have has a neural pathway. Each of these pathways is triggered by a thought or external cue. When you're triggered, an electrical charge fires along that neural pathway where you will then experience another urge or thought to engage in habitual behavior. For example, you wake up in the morning, which is your trigger. You walk to the coffee pot, pour some water, put the beans in, press the button, and watch it brew. And what's the one thing we know about electricity? Think back to grade 5. Electricity always uses the path of least resistance. So what we need to do is basically hack our typical behavior so our new neural pathways get built up. And this new pathway, once it's developed over time, will grow and grow and grow, and then will eventually compete with our old behavior that we're trying to change. Fascinating, I know. But do you want to hear the most interesting and probably most disturbing part about this? Is that there's been thousands of studies done, and unfortunately the results aren't unanimous. It can take anywhere from 7 days to upwards of a year for a new habit to fully become ingrained. And the worst part is that there's no measurement system that tells us how long for each person it will take. The thing is, we don't really care about this is because the behavior and habit that we're trying to create in this course, which is business building habit, is something that we want to sustain long term and not just for 30 days. So in this case, your new behavior that you're creating is not just a commitment to building a business in 30 days. It's that you want to create and kickstart a business in 30 days and then sustain it and grow it long term. Remember, it's the long game we're at. And I couldn't introduce day one without mentioning patience. Patience is one of the most important things you need in online business, and only the most successful entrepreneurs don't shut up about it, and there's a reason for it. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is develop an amazing skill, market it, learn to run a business, and make bitchin' money while working from home scheme. It requires time, and again, the amount of time is completely up to you. I want you guys to understand that the progress of your business and how long it takes solely depends on you. It depends on your past experiences, your skill set, the amount of time you have, if you like the color blue, or if you take your coffee black. We are just also unique. So if I were to sit here and tell you that you are going to have a thriving, successful virtual assistant business in 30 days, one that resembles a business of your dreams, I would be lying to you. But for some of you, it will actually take less than 30 days. For some of you, it'll take 55, and for some of you, it might take a few years. But I promise you, there is good, great, or no freaking fantastic news with this, is that each time you perform and actively work towards creating a new habit, it gets a tiny bit easier each and every time. And that is how you gauge if a habit is actually working and if a habit formation is happening, when your resistance to the new behavior decreases, regardless if it's by 5% or 0.5%. That moment when you're realizing you're not having that really hard internal battle about if you are going to go to the gym or not, even though you said you would, is when you know it's happening and it's starting to become ingrained. It gets easier each and every day. To get up in the morning, to check emails, to pitch clients, and to post on social media. Each day you do this, the more second nature or habitual it will become. This is how you know you are forming a long-standing habit. So today's action step is this. You are going to commit to carving out 30 minutes a day to this challenge. And each time that you complete the 30 minutes, I want you to celebrate. You're going to do a little dance, give yourself a high five. Heck, watch a favorite episode or your favorite TV show for all I care. Just do something that shows that you are grateful and excited that you just hit your goal. It's also going to make achieving your goals in the long term that much more fun. So please note that during this challenge, there are going to be days that require more than 30 minutes. And obviously, I want you to complete the video and the action step. But I also understand that right now is a big and scary world for you, and I want to set you up for success. So you're out of your comfort zone and maybe peeing your pants a little, and you're starting to feel like you might run back to familiar territory. So that's why we're going to start small and work our way up. This will not only increase your confidence, but it will also help you get that little bit of motivation that you need to get into gear. Who knows? Maybe by week number 2, you'll be committed to an hour a day, while in week number 4, you'll be up to 2. Also, be sure to pay attention to how it gets a tiny bit easier each time to remind you that you are making progress. And for some of you, you very well may be able to show up for 3 hours a day starting today. And that all depends on your motivation. Something we'll be talking about in tomorrow's video. See you then. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that really sciencey and nerdy video on habit, and I hope you are able to take some of that into your life and your business to kickstart some mini habits that you can use to then build a life and a business of your dreams. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I will be back next Thursday with a new video. Until then, bye.